are here with Warwick Class of 2025 athlete Messiah Delhomme, one of the best prospects in the state, East Coast, and nation, as he's gearing up for his senior campaign here at the Princess Anne Battle of the Beach 7-on-7. Messiah, how's the offseason going for you as you're going for your last ride with the Warwick Raiders?
Offseason been going pretty good. Been getting in my official visits, working out with the team, just trying to get better.
You mentioned official visits. Give us the update on that front.
I got Maryland, Ohio State, UVA Tech, and then I'm going to also get Syracuse, Alabama, and Michigan in during the week.
Okay. Tell us about some of the schools. I know today you've been rocking the Michigan gloves of the defending national champs. They've been on you for a while. What do you like about the Wolverines? They have a new coaching staff, though, as Coach Harbaugh is back in the NFL.
They do. The new coaching staff is pretty cool. The safeties coach came out to see me last week during practice. I had a pretty good conversation with him.
Tell about some other schools there. You mentioned Maryland. What about the Terps? And you mentioned the Hokies as well. Tell me about those two, Maryland and Virginia Tech.
Maryland and Virginia Tech, I got a pretty close relationship with them. What's going to separate it is when I go on all my official visits.
Okay, good deal. Anybody been a late charge, making a big push for you that wasn't early in the picture, recruiting-wise, and starting to try to nudge their way in the picture for you? Anybody you kind of say, I guess, stepping up their game, stock up for them with you? Or?
I would definitely say Alabama, because when I first got them, I wasn't really that interested. But now that I've been talking to the coaching staff and meeting the players, they've came back up in my interest.
Sure, and a legendary coach, Nick Saban, retiring. They got a coach coming in from Washington. How have you handled, I mean, college football is constantly changing with the transfer portal, coaching changes, NIL, and you're a high school kid. Tell me about what you've used as far as your coaches at Warwick, like Coach Harrison, Coach Sykes and company, and your parents and your family. How have you kind of handled this recruiting process? I know it can be stressful and it can be very nerve-wracking at times. How have you kind of approached it?
The process, I worry about the football part. My parents and my coaches, they worry about like the rest of the stuff.
Sure.
And then we come together and see what we think about it. Good
meshing point. That's good to hear. And I imagine academics matters to the family coach for you. What are you looking at in terms of studying? Do you know what you want to look at as far as the next level? Because I know certainly school is something you want to have education to fall back on, even though you may be a guy that one day gets a chance to play on Sundays.
Definitely, I want to study mechanical engineering, and if that doesn't work, I want to be in the sports medicine field.
Okay. I've watched your last couple of years at Warwick. You've been a player of the week, player of the year, an all-state guy. You do it on both sides of the football. You made some incredible plays today, catching the ball, interceptions. What would you say your best trait or traits are as a football player?
I would definitely say my best traits is being a ball hawk. Main thing, being a ball hawk. And then I got good communication with my teammates.
I feel like you're being more of a leader now, especially going into your senior year. You got some young guys, good talented receiving quarterback for you guys at Warwick. Defense was rock solid a year ago. Is that something Coach Harrison and the staff have talked about with you to be more vocal, or have you just naturally done it on your own?
It's something we talked about, but it's also something I've been working on myself.
How about in your own individual craft? When you go to different camps, you're out in visits, you talk with coaches, what are you trying to improve on as an overall athlete and defensive back as you prepare for the next level? What are you working on?
As an overall athlete, just getting stronger, getting better, and then working on the little things on offense and defense.
You got a couple of favorite DBs in the league or in college that you like studying? If so, give us a couple of those. Who are the DBs you're trying to model after on the field?
A couple of DBs. Ooh, I got to go back to the NFL. I know one from college is Jerry McLean.
Okay.
Colorado. Let's see, who else? I can't think of
anybody else. Okay. How about players in general? You got a couple of favorite players in the league, or
a couple of players? I would definitely say Tank Dell, CJ Stroud.
Okay.
Jalen Ramsey. I model after him a little bit.
Okay.
And I believe that's it.
All right, if you want to let you run. For this coming season, Warwick had an awesome defense a year ago. Only 2 losses were to state champs in Phoebus and Maury. How do you guys take the next step? Because it feels like you guys are close to being state championship, region championship good this coming year.
Taking that next step, we got to work harder in the weight room. And we got to be together as a team. And then we just got to transfer on that chemistry to the field.
And then for you recruiting-wise, do you want to wrap this up before your senior season coming up? Or are you fine taking it into signing day period, December, February? What's kind of your attack plan? Have you sat down with your family, your coaches about how you want to handle it, or ultimately when you want to decide?
We've definitely talked about deciding it before my senior season. Okay. But if it comes down to it, it'll be after a little bit later in the season.
All right, good deal. And lastly, tell us about Messiah Delhomme. The one thing we may not know about you, be it the football player off the field. I know you also dabbled in some basketball this past winter. What do people don't know about Messiah Delhomme that you'd like them to know about you? Anything you throw out there?
Definitely a good track athlete.
All right, good track athlete. He does it in all sports from Warwick High School, Newport News. Messiah Delhomme. Watch out for him this coming year on Fridays and beyond that. Saturdays, you never know, maybe Sundays too. Thanks so much, buddy.
No problem.